Hey folks, welcome back to Highway Blossoms. Once again quite tired. I'm probably gonna have trouble reading and get confused. It's gonna be a fun time. Inside the RV, once again, I crash down into the driver's seat and kick my feet up on the dash. It's a relief to sit on something soft. Like a satellite, Marina hovers around me, expectant. So, that was a failure, obviously. Do you think it might be in a different part of the canyon? Maybe, but we're not going to find out. We could spend days out here and not find anything. Most likely somebody else found it before us. Maybe even before this whole treasure hunt thing started. Morty! She stares at the ground, then perks back up. That's okay, though. All we can do is move on. Reaching into the glove compartment, she brings out the journal and hands it to me. Come on. Show me why the human travel guide is the best. I look at her for a moment, then with a smile, gently take it from her. Sure thing. Well, that's the first and only time you're ever going to call me that, okay? Okay. I flip through the journal and skim the pages. I skipped one of the entries last time because it looked like a jumbled puzzle, but if we're going to find the rest of the treasure, then we need to tackle this head on. Bracing myself for the confusion, I find the entry and groan. God damn it. Here we go! Yee-hoo! Ha-ha! Gold! I'll write you today, not from my dear Lamasu's winged landmark, but from a destination and an unforeseen detour. During my journey eastbound, I encountered a split with the dusted road. I have encountered many of these on my travels, but this one triggered a thought that maybe, perhaps, I have been too obvious with my hiding. Let us assume a jealous peer wanted to track me. Paranoia or not, if they so desired, they easily could. My steed's prints are set within the sand, and I have not disguised my livelihood. In fact, one may call these a trail. If one were to follow this trail, they may even happen upon my bounty. The likelihood of this is very slim. However, I've always considered myself to be a man who takes calculated risks, which is why I am shocked in that this thought has never crossed my mind before. Surely an intelligent, rugged, and worldly individual such as myself would have come to this conclusion by now, or perhaps I am none of those things. Nevertheless, I marked the split and took the path I felt was less traveled. After I had covered enough distance, I found a satisfactory location. Acres of identical arched stone were spread across this area. The more I traveled, the more there were. On occasion, I had seen some, but never so close together, nor so plentiful. Though I do worry one could narrow down the gold if they had the will. Alas, the remnants of my illness appeared, forcing me to find a resting site. Eventually, I settled between two stones. Unlike the arched stones, I often feared they would fall or collapse on me, but their balance seemed steady, and they provided shade and scenery. So once again, I am rested and determined. While this detour took precious time away from me, I very much felt it was worth the security it provides, even if it was unnecessary. P.S. This morning I looked in my pouch. It would appear as if I have enough gold for one last burial. Lamasu's landmark seems more than proper for this. Oh no. Oh no? Does that mean you don't know where it's at? The opposite. I know exactly where it's at. Then what's the problem? I lean back in the chair and look at the ceiling. It's in Arches National Park. Cool, then let's go. I ignore her and keep looking at the ceiling. Arches has over 2,000 natural stone arches. The miner said he hid it between two stones. She blinks. I sigh. An arch is a rock formation that curves in the air. Think of it like an upside-down U. Finally, she gets the message. Her face morphs into a blank canvas and stares out the windshield. Oh no. Yeah. If we want to find this thing, we need to look between every single arch in Arches. After a moment of petrified silence, Marina takes back the journal. and returns it to its proper place in the glove compartment. With a shaky smile, Marina looks back at me and tries blowing it off. Arches National Park, huh? It's somewhere in Moab, right? Have you ever been? With a shaky grin of my own, I respond, totally ignoring the impossible feat ahead of us. Yeah, I went to Moab a long time ago. Arches is really famous, like world famous. We're both sweating, staring at the long road ahead as we try our best to make casual conversation. It's like a game of chicken. Who's going to break first? I've always wanted to go. Where have you vacationed to before? Honestly, nowhere. Not out of the state, at least. For real? Not even to visit family? Nuh-uh. My grandparents live in New Mexico, too. I think only my big brother has been outside of the state. You got any other siblings, or is it just you two? She shakes her head. There's 9 of us. I've got 2 younger brothers, 3 older brothers, an older sister, and 2 little sisters. I whistle. Damn, that's a big-ass Christmas card. Right? At some point, it's like, aren't you ever going to stop? I'm almost out of fingers to count on. Chuckling, I stand up and walk to the back. Marina follows behind me. What about you? Do you have any siblings? Nah, just me. Otherwise, they'd probably be riding in this old thing with us. As I say that, I collapse down onto my bed, sprawling out. Sitting up front felt good, but this is heavenly. The bed sinks a little as she takes a seat on its edge. Can't really imagine having a single brother or a sister. Definitely not 8 of them. But I guess they don't all live at home. Actually, you're kidding. Only one of my brothers has moved out. It's the worst. Like, you have to make a reservation to take a shower. No wonder you ran away. Pretty much. As soon as I finished school, I was just like, okay, it's time to get out of here. How long ago was that? Just a couple of months. 2-ish. What did you major in? Huh? What did you get your degree in? Oh, not college. High school. I just finished high school. Huh? Using my elbows, I prop myself up. I've been expecting this. What? How old are you? Putting her hands on her hips, Marina puffs out her cheeks and looks offended. All of you know it's very rude to ask a lady her age. She deflates. But I'm 18. Why? Oh, thank God. I let myself fall back again. I was afraid you were going to be underage and that I'd get arrested for kidnapping. Or something. No way! And besides, I told you my parents were fine with it. Well, accepted it. What about you? How old are you? Just a year older. Wait, you're only 19? Now it's her turn to be shocked. How old did you think I was? Marina busts up laughing. I'm actually a little embarrassed. I look away, blowing hair from my face. Just kidding. I figured you're like my age, or a bit older. 2 years at the most. I don't look at her, staring at the wall. Oh, come on, don't be mad. I was just playing. All of a sudden, she sounds seriously regretful. I want to mess with her, but the puppy dog look she gives me over her shoulder is too hard to resist. Sorry, what? My hearing must be getting bad in my old age. She throws a pillow at me from the bed beside her, and I deflect it with my arm. Good save, Granny. Now she leans back too, staring up at the ceiling. Her hair spreads across my leg. I don't move it. Then, I realize that all the worry and nervousness that we had about Arches is gone. Somewhere along the line, we just forgot about it. Huh. I don't know when we reach the point in our relationship where we can be comfortable being this close to each other. But I'm glad we have. Maybe, just maybe, I'm enjoying the closeness a little too much. It's been a long time since I've dated someone. Graham's health made having a girlfriend impossible. There wasn't time for anyone else. Well, I hardly had time for myself. Not that I cared. I'd do it all over again. Still, it's nice having someone to talk to. So it's not just me and my thoughts. Just as I'm about to settle into the mood, she sits up and stretches. I'm pretty sleepy. Are you going to bed soon? Nah, I took a nap earlier, so I'm good. It's only a few hours to Moab, so I'll drive us there tonight. Moab, huh? Well, yeah. Something wrong? No, I was just kind of wondering. She trails off. Wondering? How far away is the Grand Canyon? From here? I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours, but it's in the total opposite direction that we're going. Oh, okay. The crestfallen look on her face should be illegal. Sorry, I should have looked at the map before I asked. Smiling, she turns and heads for bed, disappointment clinging to her like perfume. Night, Amber. Leaning against my pillows, I watch as she slowly trots off to the back. From now on, where did I get that? I'm tired and confused. Come on now, I'm not that heartless. Wait a sec. She freezes mid-step. I guess since I was going to drive all night anyway, we can make a detour. A pretty big detour, too, so don't blame me if all the treasure is gone by the time we're done. She turns around, hope springing in her face now. But I guess it is like a requirement that you see the Grand Canyon when you're sightseeing in Arizona. So that's what we'll do. You've got a lot of vacations to make up for. All of the tiredness and disappointment vanishes in an instant. Like a bird taking flight, she hurries back over to where I'm just standing up. A trademark Marina crash tackle hug knocks me onto my butt in the bed again. I pat her on the back a couple of times before she rises. Have I ever told you you're the best? Probably. But don't you forget it. I couldn't if I tried. Goof. Oh, my neck. My back. I poke her in the belly as I make my way to the front again. Grab me an energy drink from the fridge, will ya? When she sits down in the passenger seat, she has 2 cans of the energy drink. I thought you were going to bed. No way! I'm too excited now. I'll keep you company on the drive. Plus, it's only like 8 o'clock, isn't it? Beats me. It sounds right. I pop open the tab on my drink and take a long draught. It tastes awful, but it wakes me up like nothing else. I guess the makers cut out sweetness and nice flavors for more stimulants. To drink it faster, I hold my breath to hide the taste and chug. Gasping, I crumple the empty can and toss it into a trash bag. Marina, on the other hand, sips it daintily, wincing each time. People seriously drink this stuff? Somehow. Works, though. It's pretty much the strongest stuff you can get without a prescription. Taking another sip, Marina retches and sticks her tongue out. She reminds me of a cat with fur stuck on its tongue. She sets the can in the cup holder beside me. Do you want mine? I can't drink this. I'd have a heart attack if I drank too. Just leave it and I'll drink it tomorrow. Because the only way to improve an awful energy drink is to let it get warm and flat. As I start the RV, Marina says something, but it's soft enough I can't hear her over the engine revving. What was that? Old lady hearing failing on me again. Smiling, she shakes her head. I was just saying thanks again. Don't thank me yet. I could fall asleep at the wheel and kill us both. At least I'd die happy. No, though, not just that. For taking me with you and doing the treasure hunt and everything. You just You must be super tired. You're saying all sorts of weird stuff now. I mean it. I know it's kind of random. I'm just really happy I met you. After a moment of blushing, I laugh a little under my breath. Yeah, me too. I prevent any more cheesy conversation by carefully pulling out of the parking lot and back onto the exit road. And I'm gonna leave that for the next episode. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. See ya.